right, we just finished up selling price. We're back over here on the selling price tab. And now you heard me talk earlier about the three-legged sales tool, or the three legs that build your selling price. And so we're going to focus on that here and play some what-if scenarios. So back over here, we're going to talk about the first leg, and that's production. Oh, before I go there, I put this in because this is the same price that this is here, just to show where the price was and where the price is going to be different. And I'm actually going to do this. Take this and subtract it from here just to show the differential for that, okay? So now we're going to come down here and go to production and jump over here on the production side. So in this thought process, we say we have 4 technicians. Now, have you ever lost a technician? Okay? Those of you that haven't lost a technician, fast forward to the next section. I'm hoping you're all still on the page. So we've all lost a technician. What does that do when we lose a technician? We go from 4 to 3. Let's just see what that does to that department. That takes our selling price from $461 to $580. Okay? That's a $119 difference per hour. And we're asking our technicians to be 40% efficient, which is 40% efficient is 3.2 hours a day. Okay, let's just use 3 hours. If I've got 3 technicians now losing, come back over here. If I got 3 technicians losing $119 for every hour they sell, that's $360 a technician if they're selling 3 hours a day, times 3. That's over $1,080 a day. So over $1,000 a day is what you're going to be losing until you replace this technician. Now, how long does it take to replace a technician? A month? 2 months? If it's 2 months, that's going to be 21 working days. That's $42,000 you're going to lose when you lose a technician, because you're selling for $119 less than what you need to sell for. Okay? Let's say this. You may not be losing it, but it's coming out of your profit. So it's $42,000 less than what you have. Right? So we all lose technicians, and we know we're going to lose technicians. You have to identify what is the percentage of technician loss that you have every year. Maybe it's 10%. If that's the case, then plug in 3.6 technicians from 4. Go from 4 to 3.6 and plan on a 10% loss. It's a cost that happens to you. So plan on that cost. Put it into your selling price. And now your selling price jumps to $501. So you basically raised your selling price $39 from where it was. Okay? That $39 is going to be accumulated through the 90% of the time that technician is still working with you to pay for that 10% of the time that all of your technicians are selling at a lower price. Hope that makes sense. So it gets you to focus on not letting business happen to you, not letting stuff happen to you. We all know that we lose technicians. Just understand the percentage of technicians that you're losing every year and plug it in. Because you know it's going to happen. And don't be shocked when it does. Now, this is also another indication here that you should always be recruiting. ABR, always be recruiting. That internal customer, that technician, that installer that is delivering to you $300,000, $400,000 a year, you're always recruiting that external customer, Mrs. Jones, who's bringing you $1,000 a year. Which one is more important? Which one is easier to replace? Okay? So Always be recruiting. All right, I'm going to jump over to the next one here. That's the first leg of the three-legged stool. Build in your loss of technicians a year into your selling price. I'm going to put it back up to 4. The next one we're going to go over to is the efficiency. We're saying we are 40% efficient here. Now, what if we could get our technicians to sell 20% of an hour a day? So if our selling price is $500 and we sell an extra $100 a day, that's equal to 1 sold hour a week. 50 hours a week, 50 hours a year, 50 weeks in the year, because we get 2 weeks off vacation, remember? So we'll put in we're going to sell an additional, we're going to raise our efficiency from 40 to 42. What did that do to our selling price? Our selling price was at $461. It brought our selling price to $432. So we could actually lower our selling price if we needed to, or you could just say, you know what, I'm selling at $432. I'm selling at $461. I just raise the amount of money I'm going to make. Now I'm going to make 30% instead of 25%. All right? So just by getting the guys to sell at 20% of an hour, focus on the little things, because the scalability of it and the expandability of it is going to make a big difference. Okay? So that's a big difference right there. Now that's the second leg, is efficiency. All right. Go back here and shore that back up. And now let's go where contractors generally go first. And so, you know what? I got to do something. I'm losing money. I got to cut some cost. So you know what I'm going to do? I see, you know, this health insurance, we don't need health insurance, by God. I'm just going to raise morale and I'm going to get rid of the health insurance. Good luck with that. Now let's see how much you actually saved by cutting $70,000 in health insurance. Oh, good. You can drop your price all the way to $449. Ooh, you can save a whole $12 by cutting your health insurance. Hope that works out for you. Would it be better, instead of cutting the health insurance by $70,000, to come back, put the health insurance back in, focus on efficiency, and sell the extra hour a week? Oops, that's a lot. Sell the extra hour a week, you can lower your selling price $17 more than the $449 that reducing $70,000 out of overhead was going to do for that department. So guys, it's not about cutting cost, it's about managing your business. Efficiencies, your production and your efficiencies. Your production is how many technicians you have. Your efficiencies is how many hours you're going to sell. Okay? Focus on that. Your cost is your cost. It is what it is. It's important that we provide full benefits to all of our employees. So this is the what if section of this. I'm going to go into the next one and the final one, and it's going to be the most important section in the profit pricer, as if this wasn't important enough.